Good evening, everyone. Happy December. This year has gone by so quickly. And yet, here we are on a Wednesday evening, seeking stillness, seeking serenity, seeking connection and community as well. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for making this a part of your meditation practice this year. And if you are just joining us tonight for the first time, thank you so much for including us in your day and including us in your seeking your own spiritual awakening, your own dialogue with your deep self. Now, this is just a few moments that we will have in the stillness this evening, but we like to focus them and make them as efficient as possible. And we do that by setting an intention for tonight's meditation. So, whatever you would like to see in your life as a result of meditating this evening, it could be something practical like better sleep, less stress throughout your day, or something very specific to what's going on with you right now. It's best to articulate it, put it into words, and we like to write them out. Little slip of paper just like this, just so you have the ability to make it an affirmation, to make it a declaration of what you are seeking in your life, giving the universe information that it needs so that it can serve you best, so that it can serve each of us best. So let's do that. Just a few minutes, just a few moments, I should say, to jot down an intention for tonight. It can be as brief as or as complex as you would like it to be. Just a few words to express yourself and express your desires to the universe and to your deepest self. I've written mine down, and I'm going to put that aside. And if you have written yours down, then take that little piece of paper, fold it just a couple times, and then hold it in your palm as you move through this evening, especially as you meditate. You're adding your energy to that little slip of paper, and you're also hopefully sending it my way because what I do is I get another little slip of paper and it serves as a proxy to everyone else that is not here in this room right here that I am in. And that little ticket says everyone's intentions. And the reason I do this is because if we were in person, I would invite you to join us after we were completed with the meditation in throwing this intention into a bowl of burning flames. And the reason we do that is to send it out into the universe to release our attachment to that intention. It's very important that we do set intentions and to articulate what our desires are for the universe. At the same time, we cannot attach ourselves too tightly to them because the universe needs some breathing space to work with us and help us manifest those intentions. So I've written that proxy slip right now. It's right there. Adding the energy to it. You'll add your energy to it as we meditate. Then we will send it off into the flames when we're done. So that was the first part of focusing our meditation. The second part is coming right up. And that is drawing an oracle card we've been using for the last many months, the Star Codes Astro deck. I love this deck. It's been very helpful for me and I think for our little meditative community. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. It is based on, of course, astrology, But that doesn't mean that if we draw a card that is not your particular sun sign, that message is not for you. That message just means that if whatever card we draw has something to say that benefits our particular life or situation or uh, evening, our meditative evening. So let's do that now. I will draw the card, but that card represents all of us. It represents the answer to all of our questions individually, but it is a single card that we draw, which I just love that aspect of it. It is a single card that addresses all of our questions, intentions, and needs. Making sure I all have them in the right order. They're all turned up in the way that they need to be. So again, I'm going to shuffle. We'll draw the top card. That will be your card, my card, everybody's card. But addressing, answering, giving more information about the intention that we've set. See how that works? All righty. Now, again, I always love when we draw new ones. We drew a new one last week, which I love. But again, this is I think an almost 80 card deck, and we've got a long way to go before we've drawn all of them. And yet we keep pulling. Sometimes we pull the same card 2 weeks in a row or 2 times in a month. So we know then if we draw that same card that it has more to say for us, or it has something to say about the specific intention that we've set tonight. So it can be one card. We could draw the same card every week for a month. If we've set a different intention, that card answers that intention or that question differently, right? So let's do it. Draw the top card. We're ready. You can see that I am not reaching into the deck. I'm just pulling that top card for all of us. And that card is today. This is one we've had before, Juno and partnership. I just draw them and I shuffle them, but I do not put them in the position that is the synchronicity that we need for today. The universe does that for us. So Juno, partnership. Again, you're going to hear me read this. If you watch the recordings, you may hear me read this a couple of times about these cards because we draw them sometimes on repeat. But our goal is to listen for how they are addressing that specific intention that we have set for tonight, right? So there's the card. I invite you to take a close look at it. It is two beautiful parrots working in tandem and working in partnership. So it appears that no matter what intention we have set, we're going to require some help to manifest them. So let's find a little bit more about how our partnership is serving our intention. The asteroid Juno points out how you may have been trained to choose between love and work and offers clues on how to balance them instead. This asteroid was named after the daughter of Saturn, wife of Jupiter, mother of Mars. She is queen, the organizer of society, and she rules the roost. Juno and Jupiter modeled an uneasy but equal partnership that took a lot of work and had great rewards. Our action in work and love. Juno wants you to trust that you can hold steady on your life's path and develop equal partnerships. So get in there and wrestle to make that relationship work. Research healthy relationship skills and study negotiation and mediation techniques. Practice respect, communication, love, and conflict resolution. between the various facets of your own personality. Like Juno and Jupiter, strive to become two whole, empowered souls who can express their individual potential, work around each other's foibles, and find balance. Be responsible for your own connection to the creative source, spirit, and your emotions. Don't ask another to carry your heart for you, as it makes it hard to accept their unique path. Live out your ambition through your own work rather than through your mate, children, employees, or coworkers. If you do so, you can encourage others' growth and exploration along with your own, and so create the foundations of great relationships and a sense of community. If you don't, you can devolve into jealousy or create monsters. If you want to be in a partnership but are not, examine any belief or training that has said you have to give up what matters to you in order to partner up. If it's your choice to work alone, accept it. If not, expand that view and invite fresh possibilities. Our challenge for this card: if we live out our ambition through our mate or work partner instead of our own efforts, the situation can devolve into jealousy, manipulation, or disempowering micromanaging. Yes, I'm going to say that with an exclamation point. It's been an issue of mine throughout the years, just kind of transferring power to someone that I'm working with because I am apprehensive about claiming that power in my own space. So yes, it does devolve quite often into those very things. The gift of this card, and again with an exclamation point, I say true partnership is a spiritual path. Its sacred acts are the practice of healthy relationship skills. These skills begin within. What is our relationship to us? What is our relationship to our divine self, that divine voice? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to find out a little bit more about that relationship with our divine self right now as we meditate. So let's get comfortable. We are going to go deep. We are going to have a communication with the divine. And if you think of the divine as being something outside of you, I encourage you to just entertain the idea of thinking of the divine as being within you. Yes, of course, we see the divine in all that we see around us, but if we start from inside, then we can begin to understand how that relationship is what is creating our life, our world around us, the circumstances that happen, how we can put energy to seeing the world as divine because we see ourselves as beings of the divine. If that makes sense, begin to get comfortable. Find that space, that room, that position, the blankets, the pillows, whatever makes you comfortable, but also allows you to be awake and alert enough to hear the meditation as we guide it, to hear the tones, and to have that conscious dialogue with ourselves. We might doze off, and that conversation is happening. Yes, I promise you it is. But if we remain conscious and aware of it, we can direct it. We can receive the information in real time instead of kind of waiting to process something that we might have learned as we were kind of in that semi-conscious state. So, are you in that space? Are you comfortable? Do you have your little nest? Let's meditate. So we are going to start by breathing deeply. We're going to inhale through our nose, and as we do, we're going to fill our bodies with that oxygen. So inhale, and imagine it coming through and out your stomach, not your chest. You want to just breathe in, expand that stomach, your diaphragm, hold, and then exhale nice and slowly. Good, let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale slowly. And hold. And on this last breath, inhale. And hold. And exhale slowly. And you can allow your eyes to flutter closed. And just allow your breathing to still have intention, but be at your own pace. And allow the sounds of the steel drum to draw you more and more inward. Consciously feel your physical body relax and release. Consciously feel your physical body relaxing tension and stress. And to release. Release fears. Release our anxieties. And if you feel like releasing those fears or anxieties seem scary, know that they're there for you. When we're done, you can pick them right back up where you left them. But for the purposes of our few moments together tonight, just as we go inward, imagine our physical body relaxing and releasing. And as we release those pains and stresses, our bodies begin to get lighter and lighter. More and more transparent or translucent. Slowly disappearing as if they were becoming invisible. We know that our bodies are here. Our breath is holding us tethered to this earth plane, but we want to play a little bit in the spirit plane. And as our bodies feel like they're becoming invisible, we become very conscious of the essence of who we are, the essence that is hearing this guidance, the essence that is feeling it beyond our physical state. This is our real self, our divine self. As we feel the lightness and the freedom from just being this deep self, this essence for a moment. Let us imagine that our presence, our essence, begins to very gently, and never completely pull itself away, kind of dividing itself like a cell does. Imagine that presence in an essence as being here for us, for it is about to share with us the truths of who we are, as only we can understand them. So as our essences have divided, what remains is a glorious, beautiful, undeniably beautiful part of us that is our divine self. It may not look like another person per se. It could look like the best version of us as a flower or as a song on the wind. However, this most beautiful self has appeared, let us know that we are in the presence of our own greatness. And now, as we have imagined this presence, this beautiful divine presence, we are suddenly very aware that we are in partnership with this divine part of us. How does it feel? Acknowledge our understanding of this concept to our divine self. We are one essence, and yet our divine part of that essence has chosen to at least appear as if it is separate, so that we can see how important it is to understand our partnership with our divine self. For how can we collaborate with another if we don't cooperate and collaborate, if we don't listen to our divine self, that essence that is always there, regardless of what our physical circumstances are? Be there for this message, this partnership. For this partnership, as we know, is the key to addressing the intentions that we've just set. Let us ask our divine selves, our divine partners, how we can best work with it to achieve, to be, to express our divinity exactly the way we would like. What does our divine self have to say, have to communicate to us tonight about our partnership? How can we work with it? How can we hear it better? How can we implement what it shares with us? Feel that message, whatever it is. Feel that message. Even if we don't understand it in words, let us open our hearts and minds to understanding it when it is necessary, completely necessary to understand it. Let us embrace our essence, our divine self now. Let us express our gratitude that we are having more information about how to partner with our divine self, with ourself, in order to create and manifest success of our partnerships outside of ourselves. Now, let us begin to return to our physical body. Let us bid farewell to our divine self, that beautiful essence, that magnificent being that is divine, that is part of the all. As we greet it, we feel its warmth. We feel its safety and its protection. It never goes away, that safety and protection. All we have to do is ask for it and know that that protection will always come to us in the way that it can. And let us begin our drifting back into our bodies. Just imagine that translucent physical body that we temporarily stepped away from. Imagine it lying there, sitting there. And we begin to imagine our essence filling it up, however it enters into our physical self. But when it does, it begins to fill every corner with knowledge, with power, with understanding. We thank everyone for allowing us to be in their lives, to help us, and know that this partnership that this card represents does go beyond that partnership with our divine self, though it starts there. We must seek partners to be where we need to be. So may we find those ways. We've fully returned to our bodies. We can feel our toes and fingers. And we're going to close our eye. We're going to open our eyes after we count to 3 here. Inhaling and exhaling. That's 1. Inhaling and exhaling. That's 2. One more time. Inhaling and exhaling. That's 3. And let us open our eyes gently. Ever so gently, we have returned. Partnership. It means so many things, and yet it means one thing, and that is relationship, communication, collaboration. Because we know, especially with the drawing of this card, that we are better when we have help. We are more efficient. We are more ourselves when we have someone to help us achieve what we need, and when we can offer that help in return. So know that our partners are out there. It's not just our romantic partners or our besties. Our partners are with us all the time. Who are they? How can they serve us? And most importantly, how can we serve each other in a community? Let's take this, let's hold it close to us, especially as we hit this challenging season coming up. It's the end of the year, it's the holidays, it is a transition of years, it's a transition of a lot of things. Let us remember who our partners are, let us discover who they are, let us pull them close to us in our hearts, even if they're distant, and let us embrace the fact that we are a community. I love you. I'm so grateful that you are here every week or once a month or however often you're here. If this is your first time, I'm delighted. It's always great to know that you are here and with us. I'm going to send these off into the flames. As you know, I'm going to send mine first, and then I'm going to piggyback the next one onto it so that they can burn from the same flame. So it might get a little flamey here. There one goes. We throw this one in. There the other goes. Oh, there it goes. Let's move it around. Yes. Nice. Got a good shot of it with the camera. Hooray. Beautiful. Well, let me see who's here tonight. I saw Sue and Kathleen are here. Thank you. Mwah. On Zoom. Love it. Grateful. Let's see if anybody else has been able to join us from other locations. Anybody on with us tonight? Please let us know. Please say hello. Let us know you're here, and of course, as you can see in my upper right-hand corner, like and subscribe. It's so important. I'm trying to build a community here. We're closing out this year. We're going to begin another one, and I want to know that we are all here together. We are all gaining something from this experience, sharing together with this experience. So if you're on Facebook, great. That's where we get most of our people. Wonderful Facebook Live. If you're on YouTube Live, even if you're not, go to the YouTube channel and like this meditation as well. Helpful to build that community to so that you can continue to receive information about when we are hosting these things. So please do like and subscribe and say hello. Let me know how these meditations have helped you throughout the year, especially as we close the year. You know, share, and share alike. And yeah, I'm having a lot of issues with having slow internet or slow response, so I can't actually see Facebook right now. So please, 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 please let us know you're here. Otherwise, I will say good night to you all. Thank you for being here, and let's join each other again here next week at this time. Same bat time, same bat channel. I love you all. Be well, and good night.